Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Lorelei Shamayo. This is the MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Fairs for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest and online, and we interview our practitioners and vendors so you get a chance to know who we are before you meet us at an event. I'm here today interviewing Diem Moultrie. It's lovely to be here with you, Diem.
Thank you, Lorelei. Thank you for having the space where we can do this interview.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
so welcome. So what is it that you do? What do you offer at our events?
So what I do is I offer Reiki sessions, and I also do emotion code and body code work. That is from Dr. Brad Nielsen's healing modality. I also teach Reiki, and I also a jewelry maker. So
Mhm.
that's what I would be offering at the event.
Oh, great, great. So lots of people have heard of Reiki. Maybe can you say a bit of what it is and what is like your particular flavor? What are the types of sessions that you do with people?
Okay, so Reiki is an energy healing that is created by I
Or you
forget
don't know
his,
exactly or how to pronounce. Don't worry.
I could, yeah. He is an energy healing from the in the Japanese culture, and so it was created back in the 1900s, or maybe even the 1800s, in the late 1800s. But so Reiki, what I like to do is I like to have my client either lay down or sit in the chair, whatever that is comfortable for them. As that's the most important part, is having them to be very comfortable. And what I do is I invite Reiki in to come and flow through me and out to my hands and to the patient. And so I just trust Reiki. Reiki knows where the healing needs to go within the client's body. And so and that's about it. And I started doing Reiki on myself, and it has helped me a lot through my journey. It helped me with my health issues majorly, because I was on a lot of medication. And so when I was in the process of detoxing, that's when I was introduced with Reiki, and then it really helped me a lot. And then I started to work with the emotion code and body code work. And as of right now, like, I don't take any medication for my autoimmune disease. I'm all natural now. It just took me a long time to realize that Western medicine wasn't working for me. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are might be feeling the same way. And so I would just like to like inspire people, and the one-on-one coaching that I offer in my business is a 6 weeks program. And what I do is I help and guide them through the process and introduce them to all different healing modality to help with their health journey, or and maybe even become a Reiki practitioner, so they can start doing it on themselves and then for their families.
Great, great. I hope it's okay if I ask this. So like we'll sort it out if it's not. But you mentioned earlier that there are certain kinds of hand positions that are sacred, and I didn't know I didn't know anything about that about Reiki. Can you just say a little bit of like what that is? And
Yeah, so when you when you get attuned to become a Reiki practitioner, you learn these Reiki symbols, and these Reiki symbols are very sacred. And so it's really important to follow those rules. Because of our masters above us, who's been passing these down to us, was it was very important to them to keep them sacred.
Mhm. Can you say a little bit of just how are they utilized in the work? Does it impact the energy as it flows through you, or does it have a
Yes.
particular type of impact on the person?
Yes, there's actually when we use the symbol, it just gives us more it just intensify the healing more better, works a little bit more better. And then there's also a symbol that we use to when we send out distant healing. And
Mhm.
so that's, I kind of like to describe it as like a rainbow, like you're creating that rainbow, and then when you say that symbol, and it creates that energy healing to them as a distant healing.
Oh, great, great. How do you integrate Reiki and the emotion body code? Do you mix them in together as you work with people, or do you have a sense of like what direction you go first? Or
Yes, I actually love mixing them together, because, and this is all done on myself first. So what I like to do is I like to do the emotion code and body code. And what the emotion and the body code work is when I use my pendulum, And this is my pendulum right here that I use.
Mhm.
And what I do is I tap into your subconscious mind, and I use my pendulum to use as a tool to identify your trapped emotions. Once I identify your trapped emotions, I take my fingertips and I go over your meridian, or my meridian, to replace your meridian. And while I find the trap emotion, I set my intention to release it. And so we do that work together. We both set our intention to release that trap emotions. And then with the body code, there's different categories that I can identify what is going on in your body. Either it could be energy, like block energy. It could be um, chemicals, like things that we're allergic to, certain chemicals that we don't know about. So many things. I should have wrote all this stuff down, but there's just a lot. And like I would like to give an example. Okay, so my daughter was struggling with some stomach issues, and so I pulled out my body code work, used my pendulum, and it directed me that she had some kind of biofilm in her stomach.
Mhm.
And so, and I'm not saying that I'm using this to diagnose her or myself. It's just an additional support for your health journey. And so that gave me an idea about my daughter, that she was struggling with biofilm. So like we started to change her diet, and then we started to implanted some good healing antibiotics, natural antibiotics like oregano oil, apple cider vinegar, manhuka honey. So we did all that. And then also, of course, I still took her into the doctors just to utilize their testings. Come to find out, she had H. pylori. So
Oh,
it was kind of giving me a confirmation. So after that happened, we just continued doing the whole remedy of putting healthy natural antibiotics. And then when she went to go get tested to see if her intestines and her stomach were looking good, the doctor went in there and said that everything looked really good. Her stomach lining, the H. pylori was gone. So we were able to heal that naturally.
great.
And that's why I liked using the emotion code and body code.
Mhm.
And so after I do the emotion code and body code work, that's when I invite Reiki in
Mhm.
to release, and to release all those stagnant energy that I just pulled out of the emotion code, that, the trap emotion that they were carrying.
Yeah, it's great. And in there, you said one other word too. I want to make sure I know what it is, right? Other people know what it is. You mentioned meridians, and that's like channels of energy flow through the body, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great, great. And then do you want to say anything about your jewelry? Do you have any that you want to show? I noticed that your
Oh,
pendulum
yes.
is beautiful. So
Yes, yes. So I also want to share, in the process, when I was struggling with anxiety, depression, I'm going to be very honest here and vulnerable, that I was struggling with addiction from pharmaceutical medicine because of my autoimmune disease. And so I pretty much replaced most of my prescription, all my prescription, with wearing these stones.
Mhm.
So one of them is I have a necklace here, a pendant that I made,
Mhm. Yeah, it's beautiful.
is labradorite and moonstones. And then I also make bracelets
Mhm.
where I like to wear them, and kind of helps me feel grounded, or it helps me with my anxiety. And then I have other pendants too.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Sorry.
it's okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, your wrapping is lovely.
Thank you. And then I also make earrings too.
Mhm.
So no matter what, I try to make jewelry where it's convenient, where you don't always have to carry it in your pocket or in your purse. So it can be close to
Right,
your
it's
body.
decorative. It's on you and it's here and it's
Yes,
healing. Great.
yes.
Great.
And so I really, really feel like it helped me in my process
Mhm.
with wearing all these different stones. Here's my tree.
Yeah, great.
So yeah.
Sweet. All right. Well, wow, it's been lovely learning more about what you offer. I'm so excited to share it with more people. If people want to find you online, where do they go?
Right now it's through Facebook, and I have a Facebook business page on there. It's called Sacred Lotus Healing and Jewelry. Same thing with my Instagram, but at the end it has 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can find me on there on Instagram.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Dim. It's been lovely chatting with you.
Thank you, Lorelai.
And everyone listening and watching, you can learn more about what we are doing, how to find us all, how to connect with Dim at mewefairs.com. That's MEWEFAIRS.com. Thanks so much.